What's up, guys? Welcome back to Static Garage. Today,
I never get used to that.
You see Static Garage, dog?
did what?
You see Static Garage? So weird.
We don't even work in the garage, dog. Today, we're going to be pretty much backtracking and uninstalling new control arms that we just literally installed, freshly painted, freshly everything, to install new ones because we're gonna be trying to get the max camber that we can get. This car already has max camber on the BC coils, and the issue that we're running that we did talk about in the other video, if we lower the coilovers, the spring and the perches are actually gonna hit the wheel. So what we have to do is camber it in more and add a spacer so we're able to pretty much get that tucked wheel fitment without it hutting. Without it hutting.
We play football now?
What's hutting?
I think it's when you're like bending over and then they...
Yeah, to put in your butt. On those control arms that I have on the car, which I already have painted, those are about like $200 control arms. These are eBay control arms because obviously we don't know if this is really gonna work. So the whole point of getting E46 control arm is it's gonna increase the caster and it's gonna camber it in about -5 degrees from what I've read. So pretty much this is everything that I'm going to be needing. I'm gonna be needing a spacer to push it out so the wheel doesn't hit the coilover, and I'll be needing these to camber it in more. And since I actually have camber plates, I'm gonna be able to fix that whenever I need to, if I want to have less camber or more camber.
Pretty much, when you're going to a bigger, lower control arm to get extra camber, you're going to have to extend some parts like the outer tie rod. Because of that, that adjusts camber pretty much, it's extending the bottom out so the top goes on in, and that's how you get your camber.
And definitely on the control arm bushings, we were talking about it. We were supposed to get new ones, new offset ones that fit this hexagonal shape, but we're just gonna be grinding them off to try to fit it. So that's another thing.
Reason why you go eBay.
Because you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, they're cheap enough to where you're like, shit, I'm gonna ruin them, or I'm not gonna ruin them. If you bought $200-300 a piece ones, then you want to actually go out and buy the good offset bushings and all that stuff. But
that's why you get some sparkle black paint to make it look even nicer.
Yeah, so then you can turn around and sell them on eBay.
Limited edition.
Limited edition.
Static Garage. Martin actually is getting some suspension parts for his G35 that we're going to be doing very soon to try to pretty much cancel out camber and toe. So these are going to be deleting his spring bucket, which is going to be really good. It's going to be a less weight, and you're going to be able to actually have adjustments there. It's not just going to be sitting there for no reason.
I respect it.
And also upper control arms, front upper control arms. So we're going to be doing video on that very soon.
Hopefully they come in this week so we could do this on the next video all in one.
Yeah.
It depends when it comes in, but either way.
It depends how hard it is.
But I don't know if I told Danny yet, I am going all out on suspension. I actually have it saved on my phone. I have everything that I need saved on my phone.
Sway bars, bushings. That's it.
Just buy a 40.
Pretty much. So these are the control arms that I have right now. They're not as big and they're really skinny compared to the E46 ones. And then this is the offset control arm bushing that I have. So we're gonna show you guys exactly how it looks in comparison to this one.
Alright, so we just realized that we did not talk about the G35 yet and why the bumper is not on. Alright, check this out. So we did put the front wheels on with the new tires, the Federals, the same as the back. Of course they're smaller, they're 9.5 instead of 10.5 wide. But let me show you the problem. We did roll the fenders a bit, but in the front we couldn't roll it anymore. So pretty much I kind of messed it up.
So what we're gonna have to do is obviously when we get the upper control arms, we'll probably zero out the camber. All right, let me give you a background on who this guy is real quick. So he likes big ass boats with small ass wheels.
No.
We're kind of the opposite here. So
I like big ass boats with an actual fucking tire behind it.
That's a good tire.
That's a good tire.
Let's run it. Oh wait, your car doesn't run.
Look at the side
Your
of
car doesn't run.
He doesn't even have a bumper.
Still runs.
And still slow in
Still
a V6.
If anyone wants to see his car race Martin's car when his car is done, Static Jeremiah versus Static Martin from a dig, let us know.
Oh God, you ain't ready for that.
Where the bumper connects to the fender, it pretty much hits every time I turn when it grabs, of course, it's gonna rip off the bumper. I don't want that. So eventually, I have to modify that bumper that I paid too much for.
You can fit that car.
I respect this guy. Look at his beard. It's coming in nicely. I showed him.
Hey, it's growing. We finally took the old control arm out. This one just looks longer and I feel like the angle is different. Oh no. Okay, so now we have to look at the differences between the two control arms because we're gonna have to cut this one to fit that size. So we don't even have to grind that much then. You can see that one's just round.
What the hell?
So that's why a lot of people run custom E46 bushings on these cars.
Weight reduction.
I'm gonna get Martin after this shit, huh?
You just might.
You can see the aluminum is tearing up the grinding wheel, and obviously you don't want to touch it because it's hot as hell. I asked Jeremiah why it wasn't sparking.
So the difference between, well, regular metal and aluminum is pretty much aluminum doesn't have high carbon in it. High carbon is the reason why it sparks. That's why some metals, they will spark more than others. So the higher the carbon content, the higher the spark rate, pretty much.
Actually looks really nice. Like now that it's, first it was getting like a brown tint, but now it's
I like that color actually. I like it's a badass color.
like really sparkly. It kept getting darker and darker after each layer, but I am gonna have to get another can for the other one if I really want to make it this dark.
So pretty much what Jeremiah did was, on the one that we've already been grinding, he had to go a little farther back right here.
Pretty much on these type, I didn't expect it, but the bushings that he has, when you do the setup, you normally get new ones like he was saying, but he didn't want to, so they don't go down far enough. There's about a 1/4 inch, 3/4 of an inch where we need to cut off. So I had to go into here to make it press down more. Some of these things you have to do since he didn't buy it, so that's what we had to do. Now I am having to extend the outer tie rod end to make sure, because as of right now, the steering wheel is straight and the wheel is turned. So his alignment's fucked up. And
It's a lot of camber. Since he did paint this one black, he needs more paint.
yeah,
So he went to the store with
pretty
Stephanie.
much
So we're pretty much stuck here for a little bit.
and that's how it should be. And that's the difference. Makes it a little bit easier for them to see.
It's gonna look like about that. It's gonna look different, of course, when we set it down.
By the way, it's cambered in right now. It will tuck.
So I don't know if we talked about this yet, but I am on night shifts now. So I work from 2 to 10:30 p.m.
And since we do videos Thursdays and Sundays we're off both from our work, so that's really fucking cool because we could make a full-on video. That's normally our days where we start from the like early morning all the way to the night.
Pretty much.
Today is a Thursday. I'm off, but he used to come out at 4, so we would go 4 to the rest, and then he now goes in at 2, so we started really early. Okay, this is crazy. This is exactly how I wanted the car since I bought it, or before I even bought it. Fuck, dude. This is pretty much my angle, and the problem is that we're so fucking there. We just have to do some slight modifications. We're gonna try to get it down today on this side so we know how to do it and get it done on the other side. But check this shit out.
And you said American guys can't go low.
American guys cambering? Fuck, bro, I never knew that existed.
It doesn't.
Look at that, dude.
It pokes out of the fucking side.
Bro, that's perfect. Like, that's literally how I wanted it. But can I turn the wheel though?
No, but you can take a picture of it.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it does.
That looks
Drive
so
straight.
good, bro. We had an issue rolling this one, and it actually cracked. Not even cracking under here. It cracked on the fender because the paint's still fresh. Jacking this one up again. We're gonna be taking off the well, and then Jeremiah is gonna be grinding down the fender well. We're gonna be taping it. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot to the point where
I can do it by sections, and with that thing you can fucking...
yeah, because we're trying to prevent as much damage to the outside body, but honestly the only thing hitting is that.
Here's what you do. You tape, get a rag, you get it wet, soaked, and you can tape it right here. as of right now, it is perfectly fine steering to the left, but as soon as we start steering to the right, that's when the front of the tire and all this is going to be hitting. So as of right now, we're trying to find a way that you keep it ½ inch from the rim and still be able to steer, because I guess he wants to steer.
We're kind of stuck in a dilemma, and I know there's a guy who had MB Battles on an E30 and he ran it even tucking. So I hit up my boy Tyler, TYTTN, if you guys haven't seen him. He has a sick ass G in 240, and he's gonna hit him up to see what exact spec and what he has done, because I know he has 46 control arms as well, and I'm just trying to get that perfect fitment, and that's what's getting challenging right now, is trying to keep it at this height, because this is exactly how I want it. Did we fail at getting too low?
You failed at it.
Look at me, look at me. Look me in the face.
I don't want to.
Pretty much the only thing to do to get that to fit, because these are 17 by 9. The other person that ran it like this was 9.5. I'm pretty sure a 195/40 would actually fit. So whenever I decide to put these tires on the rear, I could probably run that on the front, and it'll give me some little space. But since we already have it to the desired height on that side where it's pretty much barely touching the fender so we can actually turn it, we are going to be doing it to this side really fast and then having it dialed in. This car does look so much better with both of them installed, and since it widened the track, it does make a huge difference on the whole appearance. It makes it look more aggressive. I wish you could see kind of what I'm seeing, and I know you can, yeah, you can definitely see it on camera, how it just pokes out on each side. And I mean, I guess I did technically take an L on this one, because we can't get it to go that low without doing some crazy stuff. It still is pretty low, and that's why I'm still happy, because we were able to lower it very little, but still to the point where it looks pretty crazy. I'll definitely leave Tyler's Instagram, because he was helping me trying to go through this whole thought process of how to make this work. And he also hit up the guy with the E30 with MB Battles, or the guy that used to have it, and he said I should probably go 195/40 like we were mentioning. So honestly, later down the road, if I really want to, I'm probably gonna go that route. I'm just gonna try to make this thing drivable and not freaking hit so much, because I know with this stance I'm gonna have to be very careful that I don't want to crack the fender, because this paint has probably too much hardener, because when the paint was chipping we were feeling it, and even for it to crack that easy without us even really rolling the fenders at all, that's really fucking weird. So yeah, it should be able to flex fairly easy.
A lot more flexing.
This is why I wanted to wait to put on the rear wheels, get those adapters, which are $200, and I'm gonna have to get an adjustable subframe. So everyone telling me put on the rears already, this is why, because it takes time, especially when trying to go this slow and try to make that fitment really nice. It's gonna be taking hell of a long time, and you're gonna break things, have to spend more money, so I wanna work my way back. So for now, I'm just gonna keep the fronts. I already have the wheels, and I'll probably end up throwing these tires on the rear when I get the 195s, depending if it looks too funky or not. But huge shout out to Jeremiah again. This one needs to come in the videos more. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.